What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 116, episode 116, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Monday afternoon. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody's excited and ready for this upcoming weekend, 4th of freaking July. America, bitch. Let's have a damn week. Let's start it off with a freaking dub. We already had a good weekend for ourselves on Saturday in Baca, Azerbaijan. I don't think I said that right, but I'm pretty close. They're fighting overseas. We had a 6-leg parlay Saturday morning before we went out on the golf course. All 6 gentlemen got the job done. Nurulson Ruzabuov, Abus Magamadev, Asu Alamabaviv, the Brazilian Matias Camille, Shara Bullet Magam. Damn, I can't say his name right. Magomedov. There you go. Got it. And Rafael Fiziev knockout against Manuel Torres. $8 to win $209 on Saturday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, this was cashed out before freaking noon on Saturday. We took advantage of that UFC card. I could barely pronounce like 4 out of 6 of those guys' names, but I know who they are. I've watched enough UFC, and I knew fighting in their home country, they were going to go off. Like I said, the only dude that was kind of different in that was Matias Camille. He was going against Nazim. Not even try his name, but he beat his ass. He got the TKO, kind of like how I saw it. I was celebrating after the round of golf. After we shot a 94 on Saturday, beat the Cuzzo Matt. Sorry, kiddo. That's 2 now. That's 2 dubs for Juice. Yeah, we had a weekend, and we're excited, like I said, for another great bender of a weekend. You got 4th of July coming up. Hope everybody has a safe and fun time with their families. This weekend should be a blast. This guy got... Hey, yo! All right. Just interrupt the show, not even show face. Cool, buddy. Cool. Sick. We got 13 games today in the MLB. Ready to lock in on the notebook. I'm dialed, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 5-legger on Prize Picks. The main gents to get the job done. And then we do have a 3-leg home run parlay, as well as a 4-legger, a 3-legger, and another. So 4 home run slips in total. But we are dialed in. We're locked in. I just want to show you guys, like, look at my dog. Look at that guy. Well, not the most handsome boy in the world. If only you could come over here and show face and not run around like a little doucherton. Oh, and real quick, I guess, since we're here, this is proof. Scorecard from Saturday. There it is. You see Juice. Look at that little birdie. Little birdie talk. No biggie. Let's get locked in. Let's get dialed into these 13 games for MLB. First game up, you got White Sox versus Orioles. You got Sean Burke versus Shane Baz. We're skipping that game. These guys should have somewhat of a pitcher's duel. I don't really trust that White Sox lineup right now. Vargas, if anything. Colson Montgomery, we do got him for a home run. Colson Monty on the home run slip. That should come later in the game, though, when the bullpens come in. Rutschman has scored a run for the Orioles already. And Mr. Colson Montgomery, 0 for 1, and Miguel Vargas is 1 for 1. What an idiot. We should have taken Miguel Vargas. But like I said, we're staying away from like the main slip, and we're just throwing Colson on the home run. The Yabos, he should get a hold of Shane Baz tonight. He hasn't been particularly great. He already gave up a hit to get Miguel Vargas. So next game up, you got Pirates versus Phillies. Already off to a bad start. You got Phillies up by 2. We have Mr. Endy Rodriguez, 1.5 bases. He is. Oh, we're good. He got on base. Singled. So we got a bag for Endy Rodriguez live on channel. That's awesome. He just singled against Aaron Nola. This game should be a toss-up. It shouldn't be. There's going to be a lot of runs scored in Philadelphia tonight. That's all I can say. Next game up, you got Rangers versus Guardians. we are taking our guy Chase DeLauder for a single hit. A singular hit. One hit on the entire night. Going against Mr. Tyler Alexander, the lefty from the Rangers. Mr. DeLauder is batting in that 3 spot. Should be a really good spot for him tonight. He is 1 for 1 against Alexander, the lefty. Chase, get the job done. 1 hit tonight. It's not rocket science. Get it done. Next game up, you got Tigers versus Yankees. Never bet on this gent in my life. But we did the homework. We looked at his stats. He's an absolute dog. The lefty, he's a righty. How are you, Lee? All right, the righty, 23 years old. He is a dog. He's been batting pretty good. His bat's been hot. We're going to fade Mr. Ryan Weathers, the lefty. That's why I was thinking lefty. Weathers, bad lefty pitcher. Lee hits really good against lefty pitchers. So, sticking with that trend, Lee is in that 5 spot behind Torkelson, in front of Jones. He is already 2 for 2 against Ryan Weathers. Weathers hasn't been good all season. It's been pretty basura, if you ask me. So, fading him. Fading that Yankees team, Tim O'Brien. I'm sorry, dude, but Jazz Chisholm is an absolute cancer to this team. Get rid of him. Maybe your guys' luck turns around. You guys aren't doing terrible. You guys are in first place. But it's like, you're not going to get anything done in the playoffs ever with Jazz Chisholm as your second baseman. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you that right now. The guy's an idiot. Absolute idiot. So we're fading the Yankees, fading Ryan Weathers, and going with Hyu Lee, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Mets versus Jays. We're skipping this game. You got, Peter, Sean Manaea, and let's see if we get to it. Whoa. Sean Manaea and Trey Yesavage should be. Well, Trey's going to have a good game against the Mets, obviously, because they suck. Frank the Tank. But we just don't trust that Jays lineup. We're not ever going to trust them. Runner-ups for their entire lives. That's all they'll ever be. Nats versus Red Sox in Boston in the Hub. We are going with Mr. Wilson Contreras. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. His brother, they are from, I just want to show you real quick, because I had his 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and fantasy score. I think he gets it easily, the 1.5. He could get a couple walks tonight, which would be the fantasy score, and I'd be like, I should have taken the fantasy score, but I think the kid goes off tonight. Wilson, do it for your home country, Venezuela. Obviously, you guys know they had some crazy bad earthquakes not too long ago, and hopefully stuff is going well for them now, or it's getting better. I think Contreras has one of those emotional games like his brother did the other night, and he shows out for Venezuela. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Also on our home run slip, Contreras, get it done over the Green Monster. It's as simple as that. 1.5 total bases. Reds versus Brewers. We're skipping this game. You got Nick Lodolo on the mound for the Reds, and you got Mr. Gasser. Robert Gasser. Gasser? I'm not fading or I'm not going against somebody named Gasser, like as a pitcher. He's either throwing gas or ripping ass. One of the two. But I'm not fading him. Nick Lodolo needs to get locked in. He should have a decent game against the Brewers tonight to show that he's still like a good pitcher. If not, then he gets rocked. And then we're screwed on that. But we're skipping that one. Lodolo versus Gasser. Padres versus Cubs in Chicago. They have this game at 11.5 total. They're like, oh, the ball's going to fly out. The ball's going to fly out. Everybody's going to hit home runs. Nope. Look at what I put. A big LOL, dude. This game's a joke. These teams are a freaking joke. You got the Cubbies and the Madres going against each other. Griffin Canning, Shota Imanaga. Shota's going to go ahead and have one of the greatest games he's ever pitched. And so is Griffin Canning. He sucks. He freaking sucks. But he's going to will it and deal it against the Cubbies tonight in Chicago. We're skipping it. We're not touching it. Simple as that. Mookie said, oh, he's going no. He's saying, no, don't. No. This is yes. This is no. He said no. Stay away from Chicago. All right, next game. Twins versus Astros. We're skipping this freaking game as well. Should be a pitcher's duel. You got Mr. Zebby Matthews and Peter Lambert on the mound for the Astros. Trastros. If Twins were playing at home, I'd absolutely fade the Astros, but they've just been playing bad. Austin Martin's not in the lineup. I think they sent him back down. He came back, but he's been very cold. So skipping that one. Next game up, you got Marlins versus Rockies in Colorado. Oh man, there should be some runs scored tonight. You got Sandy Alcantara on the mound. He's either going to have 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 hits. Rockies are going to get shut out. Or this game is going to get blown open. You got Sean Sullivan, who I don't know about, I don't care about, but this game should be a doozy. You got Troy Johnston. We were going to go with his bases, his hits, runs, RBIs. But like I said, I think Sandy, for some reason, I think Sandy has an okay game in Colorado tonight. I'm not saying he gets a bunch of strikeouts, but maybe he does. I really want to take Troy Johnston here. This could bite us in the butt later on, but we are leaving him alone. And we're just going to skip over to the Angels versus Mariners. We're not touching that game. They go, nope. Nope, Roonies. Yeah, I think it's not Brian Wood. It's Logan Gilbert on the mound. I don't know who's pitching for the Angels. I could look at it real quick. I'm going to look at it real quick because I could be so fast while I'm talking right now. And I'm talking. And then I go to Angels Mariners. And like I said, it's Logan Gilbert. George Kirby. I was wrong. Not Logan Gilbert. God dang it. And Ryan Johnson for the Angels. We're leaving this game alone. It's at 7.5 total runs scored. Not touching it. Mariners have been so basura. See my face? Look at it. I've never made this face ever on the channel. It's so trash. Mariners, fade him at all costs, as well as the Angels and Artie Moreno. That guy's an idiot. I was going to say loser. He's a idiot. A loser and an idiot at the same time. I just made that up right now. Giants versus D-backs. Next game up, you got Tyler Mahle versus Eduardo Rodriguez. This is who we skipped out on for Troy Johnston. We're going Gerald Perdomo. Gerald Perdomo for those who don't speak English. I don't know. Sorry, got a little aggressive there. Gerald Perdomo, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Tyler Mahle. He's already had good numbers against him. I was waiting for the lineup to drop. It dropped. He is 3 for 9 against Tyler. 3 RBIs. 2 doubles. 1 or 2 doubles. I saw it earlier. I'm not going to go to it right now. I got to get on the internet. Perdomo, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. The last gentleman going on our main slip tonight on Prize Picks. Dodgers versus Athletics. I don't know if they're playing in Sacramento or in Vegas. My family is in Vegas right now. I'm going to be pretty upset if they're playing in Vegas. I'll be pretty upset, pretty mad right now. Let's see. Please be Sacramento. Please be Sacramento. Yeah, they're playing in Sacramento. That's why the score is so high. The total. We're not betting it. I just put get the job done, fellas. You got Eric Lauer and Gage Jump on the mound for both teams. Eric Lauer had a great freaking game this last outing. I actually was like, oh, let's fade him. He made me look like an idiot. So, we're not going to fade him, but might be wrong. Maybe we do a game stack. Maybe we do a little game stack for Sacramento. Gage Jump. The lefty. Is Rojas playing? Rojas is getting a hit. Miguel Rojas, home run tonight in Sacramento. Just calling it right now. He's going to do it against Gage Jump. He has really good numbers against the lefties. So, but like I said, we're not really betting on that game. It's on our main slip. That's the notebook, ladies and gentlemen. 13 freaking games. We are locked in, dialed in. Andy Rodriguez already has 1 base. Let's see. And then we got, next up would be Hao Yu Lee for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I believe he has not came up yet. Same as Chase Lauder. The game just started. So let's go over that real quick. We're going over it. Andy, 1.5 bases. How You Lead, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Chase Delauder, 1 hit. Wilson Contreras, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Mr. Geraldo Perdomo. I was saying his name wrong the whole time. I was saying Gerald. Buddy, get your ass over. Come here. Hey, come here. Buddy, they want to see you. Come on. He just took a back step like, should I come? Buddy, here. Come on. Butter. He's so confused. Come on. Come here. Come on. They want to see you real quick. Up. All right, this guy's being an absolute douchebag. He wants to make all this noise. 1738. 1738. Shout out Fetty Wap to win 304 and 15 cents. I think you guys should be able to see that right there. Let's see. Oh, that's a good little viewing of it. 1738 to win 304 and 15 cents. Should be an absolute blast. Andy already has one, so we're looking really solid here. I need a drink of my Burski. Let's get locked into the home run slips. The main home run slips, that is. Starting off with Colson. Colson Monty from the White Sox. Set against Shane Baz. Brandon Lowe against Aaron Nola. And Wilson Contreras against Miles Mikolas, a terrible pitcher. All to go Yabo. All three of these gentlemen were the first dudes on the list of home runs. Like, they're supposed to go Yabo tonight at some point, and they're 3 or 4 at bats. Step up to the box. Get the job done. $15 to win $872. And of course, there it is. There it is, right there. Colson, Brandon Lowe, and Wilson Contreras get the job done. The other home run slip that I was kind of feeling, I was like, let's throw these 4 dudes. Kevin McGonigal from the Detroit Tigers, Ceddanne Rafaela, TJ Rumfield, and Casey Schmidt from the Giants. It's a big one right here. This is a big guys. $4 to win $6,970. Stop it. There you go. Read in a week, ladies and gentlemen. We got so many at-bats left. It's going to be a great Monday. I promise you. That is it. That is the slips. We're dialed in. We're going to hit a freaking bet tonight. It's going to happen. Now he's going to say yes. See, there it is. Everybody, thank you for tapping in, watching Lab Session 116, episode 116, Bet with Juice. Let's hit some damn bets tonight. Let's get her done. Cheers. You already know what I'm about to say after this chug. Millie Light, sponsor your boy Juice. Hit me back up on Instagram. Like I said, let's hit some damn bets tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a freaking week. Peace.